This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, rivals do battle in the NFC East. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this book.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And that ball incomplete over the middle.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
And he's going to have the Giants first down. As the defense could not come up with the big stop there. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have-it moments.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Nolan Smith makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, it's Robinson. On the play fake, here's Dart. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
4-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. We'll check the reaction for the former Giant. Here is Saquon Barkley. That's a short pickup to about the 47. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
That's good.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The RPO, that one is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He runs with it. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the 1st down.
A gain of 24 yards. And an Eagles 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive. The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
At the 24-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
And it's a big play there for his 1st catch of the game, and not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Philadelphia.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That's another.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter. as they've got it with 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. And he's in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are out to a 10-0 lead.
Eagles 10, Giants nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. On play action, it is Dart. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Dart. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of shotgun, it's Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That's caught, and they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 79 yards. Touchdown, Giants. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Giants are on the board. It's 10-7.
Eagles 10, Giants 7.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Hurts. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They face 2nd down and 7. Again, Hurts. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's catch 3 just on this drop, and it gets his team a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Throw on the run is complete, and he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Hurts will try it again. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
He's got this one complete to Goddard. And he will get into the end zone. Dallas Goddard, touchdown Philadelphia. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will get out in front 17-7.
Giants 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense and receiver Darius Slayton get to go to work again. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. To about the 28-yard line.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a long game.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That screen goes for 12. And that's a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. Jalen Carter getting in for the sack, and that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Needless to say, there aren't many plays on the call sheet for that down and distance, so instead of doing something crazy and forcing a ball into coverage, he realizes that primary read wasn't there, throw this ball away, and puts an end to this drive.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. On the return, it's Covey. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 22
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
1st down. A gain of 22 yards.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And he'll take this one in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles up their lead. It's now 24-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Dart. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they will bring him down on on the other side of midfield.
22 yards.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. We'll swing this out wide to Tracy.
Complete to number 29, Tyrone Tracy. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. To the air again goes Dart. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
And they bring them down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their 2nd, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 1st half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Dart gonna throw it again. Pass pulled in by Tracy. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Giants are back within 2 scores.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this 2nd half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll manage only a couple. Darius Muasar there on the tackle.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
Gain of 9 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And much more room to run on this one. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
43-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 19 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. And in motion is Brown. On play action, Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's Bigsby. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Saquon. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs, now after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
Third and goal for Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I like the play call on 3rd and goal there, giving the ball to your back and seeing if he can punch it in. But now it really sets up a pretty interesting decision. Does the play caller and the head coach want to roll the dice and go for a touchdown, or are they happy just settling for a field goal?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Olszewski now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll take this to about the 28. John Campbell, 1st-round pick out of Bama. There for the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. You dump it off to
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Dart gonna hold on to it himself. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, Giants.
18. That's another Giants 1st down.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout here. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the air on second down. Dart. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Adoree Jackson gets a hand on it to make the play.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark them off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down.
At the 14-yard line.
So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. 4th quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. And the Eagles are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. And that's all.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run. able to take him down for a loss.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the 4.
Down at the 4-yard line.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Third and short. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Giants come up with it. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
Slayton is the man in motion. Look up the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
And the Giants first down.
So anytime you find yourself in a backed-up situation like this, Mike, there's two goals. You want to pick up 2 first downs, and then after that, of course, you want to go down and score. So first objective is complete. Let's see if they can pick up another.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 22-yard line.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
A run here with Tracy on second down. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They get 22 yards there. That's good for a Giants first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On second down, Dart. He has Hyatt complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Philadelphia.
That's good.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Barkley. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal.
They'll try it now with Barkley, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
On 1st down, Dart. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
There you go. Yeah.
third, they need 8. Now, Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got it! And he will have a Giants first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. Oh, a big play on 4th and 2. It's a gain of 34. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd and 6 coming up. To the air once more is Dart. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. On play action, it is Dart. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. To stop it here with 1:07 on the clock.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Dart. He'll look underneath here for Tracy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now 2nd and inches. Dart. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He'll try to run for it, and he will have a Giants first down. Have it by plenty, too. Keeping the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Dart. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Throwing. Dart. complete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
They'll go, and here's Dart. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.